States of America, who are here to familiarize themselves with the proceedings of Parliament on this invitation of the Honorable Member for Mosop, Honorable Kirwa. Thank you. Next order.
Order number 9, the Statute Law Miscellaneous Amendments. Number 2, Bill, National Assembly Bill number 68 of 2023, second reading.
I think Honorable Mbaya, you were going to second?
Yes, yes. Right. Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I stand to second the Statute Law Miscellaneous Amendment Bill number 2 of 2023, National Assembly Bill number 68 of 2023. Honorable Speaker, this miscellaneous amendment bill 23 number 68 of 2023 is being read for the second time. And Honorable Speaker, as it is normal with miscellaneous amendment or statutory law amendment, it contains within it several pieces of legislations that would like to amend certain items that are just specific for short items within it, and therefore that's why we may move the statute law amendment bills. Honorable Speaker, in this bill, we talk about the Author Statutory Declaration Act that's being amended. And the reason for amending this, Honorable Speaker, is to provide that an advocate who has been appointed as a commissioner of oaths shall sign the role kept by the Chief Registrar of the Judiciary, and that the registrar or deputy registrar of a superior court or subordinate court may administer an oath or affirmation or take an affidavit or statutory declaration under the Act. That is what this bill wants to do in the Oath and Statutory Declaration Act Cap 15. Honorable Speaker, in the Advocates Act, this statute amendment law, Honorable Speaker, would like to amend the Advocates Act Cap 16. In this bill, the bill proposes the amendment of the Advocates Act to provide that the registrar responsible for keeping the role of advocates shall be the Chief Registrar of the Judiciary. Also, the bill proposes to amend the Act to provide that the Council of the Society may, with the approval of the Chief Justice, make rules for the admission of advocates. Honorable Speaker, in the same amendment bill, we have the Notaries Act, Public Act, that is Cap 17. The bill proposes to amend the Notaries Public Act to provide that the Registrar of the Judiciary shall be responsible for enrolling notaries public in the book kept by that purpose, granting new certificates to newly enrolled notaries public, and removing from the roll any person whose appointment as a notary public has been revoked under the Act. Again, we have amendments in the Civil Procedures Act, that is Cap 21. The bill proposes to amend the Civil Procedures Act to provide that the members nominated by the Law Society of Kenya and appointed by the Chief Justice shall be 3 in number, which is intended to improve decision-making within the Rules Committee and reduce the cost of facilitating the work of the committee. Honorable Speaker, in this bill, the Public Holidays Act, that is Cap 110, is being amended to ensure that, to delete the provisions for Utamaduni Day as a public holiday. Honorable Speaker, again, in this bill, we have amendments in the Trustees Perpetual Succession Act, Cap 164. In this amendment, Honorable Speaker, the bill proposes to amend the Trustees Perpetual Succession Act to provide that the Registrar of Companies, as defined under Section 2 of the Companies Act 2015, shall be responsible for the registration of trusts and issuance of certificates of incorporation, processing of applications for incorporations, form of an application, keeping and maintaining of a registrar, and conduct of searches in the registry, and making the regulations. Honorable Speaker, we also have amendments in the Industrial Training Act, Cap 237. In this amendment, Honorable Speaker, the bill proposes to amend the Industrial Training Act to provide that the date for the remitting of the training levy shall be the 9th day of the month in order to harmonize it with the period within which payee is remitted to the Kenya Revenue Authority. We also have amendment, Honorable Speaker, in the Traffic Act, that is Cap 403. In this amendment, Honorable Speaker, the bill proposes to amend the Traffic Act to incorporate the use of technology in the management of minor traffic offences. Honourable Speaker, we also have amendments in the Sexual Offences Act, that is Act 2006, number 3 of 2006. The bill proposes to amend the Sexual Offences Act 2006 to provide that the register of convicted sexual offenders shall be kept and maintained by the Chief Registrar of the Judiciary. We need to have a register of sexual offenders in this country, and this amendment speaks to that. Honourable Speaker, we also have amendments in the Employment Act 2007, that is number 11 of 2007. The bill proposes to amend the Employment Act 2007 to exempt the National Intelligence Service from the application of the Act in the same manner as other national security organs are exempted. Honourable Speaker, we also will amend the Veterinary Surgeons and Veterinary Professionals Act 2011. The bill proposes to amend the Veterinary Surgeons and Veterinary Professionals Act 2007 to make minor corrections to the provisions relating to the definition of animal resource industry, annual license, private practice, register, and veterinary medicine, and grammatical errors occurring in other provisions of this Act. Honourable Speaker, this is the Act that you see very many people posting that if you keep a cow, you will have to have a license to, I don't know, 5,000. That is not here, it's neither here nor there. These are just creations of some busybodies out there. But we have certain definitions we need to make in this bill. Honourable Speaker, the Public Finance Management Act 2012, number 18 of 2012, is going to be amended to amend the Finance Management Act to cure inconsistencies in the provisions of the Act on the submission of the finance bill. We have amendments in the Universities Bill, number 42 of 2012, Honourable Speaker, to provide for the declaration of technical universities under Section 25 of the Act in respect of the public institutions that are or were national polytechnics. The Office of the Attorney General Act 2012 is going to be amended, Honourable Speaker, and the bill proposes to amend the Office of the Attorney General Act 2012 to remove inconsistencies in the operation framework of the Office of the Attorney General in line with Article 156 of the Constitution that establishes that the Office of the Attorney General is an independent office. Honourable Speaker, as I close, we also have amendments in the Civil Aviation Act of 2016 and the Value Added Tax of 2023 that the bill proposes to amend the Value Added Tax 2013 to reclassify the supply of gas meters of tariff number 9028.10.00 and the supply of denatured ethanol of tariff number that is exempt and zero rated respectively. And lastly, we have the Privatization Act 2023. The bill proposes to amend the Privatization Act 2023 to cure the inconsistencies between the role of the authority and that of the Cabinet Secretary. Honourable Speaker, I beg to second this bill, and I request members of this House to go through the many clauses that are changing. At times, people call this the guillotining of law, and sometimes very many laws could pass without it catching the eyes of members, and therefore we could pass bad law just because members did not go through thoroughly to ensure that they understand the provisions that are given, and that we pass good law, so that when it comes to third reading, we don't just pass, but we sift through, understand the laws that we are passing, understand the amendments that we are making, so that we end up with good law. We have seen a flurry of court cases on some of the amendments that we have done and some of the laws, and the courts have been ahead of us in many things. But I think as we process this bill, Honourable Speaker, we shall be awoke to the fact that we need to do due diligence and pass good law. Honourable Speaker, I second. I thank you.
Honourable members, I now propose the question that the Statute Law Miscellaneous Amendments Bill number 2, National Assembly Bill number 68 of 2023 be read a second time. Honourable George Murugara.